What's what's the motherfucking deal? What's the motherfucking deal? What is the motherfucking deal? The motherfucking deal, what is it? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den, then hey, then you don't know what the fuck I was just talking about. But the Den is a place where we engage in various conversations. We discuss various topics. We talk about a whole lot of shit. And we discuss it. So tonight we're going to talk about the double standards in dating. And there's a lot of them. We're going to touch on some of them. And then we're going to, I'll open up the Denline. We'll use the old one for tonight. And then, like I said, I'll change everything up for tomorrow. So here is the motherfucking deal. Like I said, the double standards in dating. We're going to talk about why there are different expectations from both of the sexes, the two genders, as to what and why. Oh, okay, that's what that is. What and why these things should be expected. So, before we get into the conversation, let's see which friends of the Den are joining us this evening. Dr. Rabbit took the pistachios and ran. Heidi is smoking ice. McVice, beyond a funny nigga. How much the motherfucking deal? Kahau MC, Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Danny, yo-yos aren't good. Sort of, kind of, but it's always something that needs to be discussed. So I was thinking about the Ed Man situation. DeMarcus, what's the motherfucking deal? Or situations and non-situations, and had a couple of thoughts that came to mind. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about it. Dating is always going to be an issue. And Jaja, what's the motherfucking deal? But again, so it's not particularly about it, man. It's just about things, in general. And like I say, I'll spill my deal for a bit, and then we'll talk some shit. Like I say, we'll open up the lines. But dating is a funny thing, because dating is how I guess Broderick, what's the motherfucking deal? Dating is how you're supposed to find that special someone who completes you, which is a terrible thing to say. Frank, what's the motherfucking deal? Because I think you should be complete before you ever start dating. So that's a different conversation. But already, I think that name is much better. But again, a couple of double standards I want to discuss. And these are big things. Kind of, sort of. And the reason I guess also part of this is what I was thinking about the call T'Challa had the other day, and we talk about, I think we have this idea of women that they only do this and they're these dainty little angels. But in reality, women like the shit that men like. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to be men these days. Client dating. But again, like I say, it's just a few things I want to speak on. One is the double standard of the numbers. And you're talking about, what do you mean, the double standard of the numbers? What I mean by that is certain numbers are off limits to ask women, right? What is your age? That's supposed to be a no-go, a no-no. But I think we all need to implement that, otherwise we end up like R. Kelly. Another thing that's supposed to be a no-go with women is weight. How much do you weigh? It's supposed to be a no-go, especially when it's, I'm sure it's obvious that, what is that? Was that kilos, Heidi? So again, what is your weight? That's supposed to be a no-go, a thing you're not allowed to ask. You're not supposed to say. That's supposed to be taboo. But whether it be a blind date or some type of dating service, or you using an app or something like that, or whether you finally meet in person. Again, I don't have this problem. This is just something that I've heard, been a big issue. Why is height a factor for women? Why is height allowed to be a deal breaker? But weight and age, I'm just not even supposed to ask. I'm just supposed to accept whatever I get in this raffle of dating. Told the nigga boy gonna beat that bitch. Said gonna dunk on a hoe. But again, I think it's never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. But again, that's a thing for women. Well, how tall are you? Okay. Well, if you can ask those kind of things, I should be. Well, how much do you weigh? I mean, if we're asking about basic stats here, if we're asking about simple numbers, I think that it should be okay, and I don't see a problem with it. But the thing is, bitch, you know how big you are. So what is the problem? Why can't you say it? I mean, like, what the fuck is wrong with that? If you don't like the number, then don't be the number that you don't like. And expect motherfuckers to embrace it. If you don't embrace the fucking number, how the fuck, no, that's coming up. If you don't like the number, how can you expect a man to like the number? And again, I got love for the BB dubs as long as they're proportionate. Them lopsided ones is the ones you got to be careful of. But again, my thing is, why is it okay for men to have to put all this information out there? Where do you work? How much money do you make? Things of that nature. Yes, my name at Gmail. I remember somebody asked me that. How'd you get that, man? You're lucky. Yeah, man, people don't really get their names that often. I guess. I don't know. Just had it for a long time. Maybe I was just ahead of the game. I don't think there are too many other me's out there. But again, like I say, these questions that are supposedly taboo, I think these are things that people should know. If you're hiding this type of information off the bat, then how can we build a trusting foundation if you don't want to share this information with me? I think that's the issue. Yeah, I thought there was like some kind of law about Germans not getting allowed to have credit. Man up, what's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see you. But again, like I say, these are taboos supposedly. But that's not the biggest deal. It's not the biggest deal. What I want to get on, I heard somebody French say something like that too. No, Kenneth got a bedtime, Gary told his mama that he needs to start going to bed earlier. He'd be up late night trying to have grown folks conversation. Don't know what he talking about. But again, the dating up, dating down thing, that's always something I've found interesting. Women are expected to date up. Men are supposed to be happy that they have access to a woman, supposedly. And, they use terms like, was it hypergamy and things of that nature. And I guess that's a conversation we could get into. But men are expected to, have all their shit together. Already. Appreciate you following through. Men are expected to have all their shit together. And women are just expected to be women. Why is this? Why can't it be that a man would want a stable woman who has her things in order? Why is it that a man has to accept a woman with all her brokenness? I mean, we're not Derek Jackson over here. More stable. And why is this okay? Why is it that the man is supposed to try to fix the woman? And the reason why I'm saying certain things is because, again, I talked about the video that Kenneth sent me yesterday. And it was a parody of the Derrick Jackson guy. And when I talk about this guy, really what he does, he panders to black women. Basically tells them they do no wrong and everything that's happening is a man's fault. And, you know, even if she's made a mistake and has 3 or 4 kids from 5 or 6 different dudes, it's all those dudes' fault. It's not her fault. What he does is he tells these motherfuckers the shit that they want to hear. And it's a bad deal, because what you're doing now is the one simp on earth who will tell you all this shit is validating them somehow. And so they're walking around thinking that niggas really think like this, when nobody thinks like that except for that one dude. And so ultimately they have these fantasies in their mind that they're going to get somebody like this. Yeah, there's men out there like, no, it's one dude and he's milking the fuck out of y'all because he knows there's a market for it. And he knows that as long as he keeps saying that shit, he probably don't believe none of the shit he say. He got a fucking baby mama. Why the fuck he ain't marry her? You know? But yet y'all sit there and y'all believe all this shit. And if she has problems and issues, and he tells y'all that any man should be able to deal with that. So why the fuck he ain't doing that? Says a lot of stuff, like I say, about them not making mistakes, that any problems that they have are essentially a man's fault, even if they have these kids and stuff like that. Basically removing all accountability from the woman's end, and it's all about the man. Again, but if a woman continues to go and fuck these dudes who are not in her best interest, and obviously letting them hit raw, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess that's what's in. And then getting left with the kid. First time, okay, maybe you made a mistake. Shit happens. Second time, you have a habit of fucking up. Third time, come on, bitch, you just fuck with ain't shit niggas, or you just be look, Rob invites the law, okay? It ain't always that good. I be thinking long term. And everything else that goes with that. So again, so what he does is his whole premise is alleviating women of the responsibility of their actions, and always saying it's based on a man. And so anyway, like I say, this is a parody that I'm watching. And when I say these women come and cape for this dude, y'all don't realize what he's saying is they took it all the way back to Adam and Eve. They start having these biblical arguments about Adam and Eve, and you know, basically saying, you know, Eve was the perfect woman and Adam should have did this, and this. Well, Eve was fucked. She had already ate the apple before Adam even came along. Adam was an old simp. Fell for the okie doke because he didn't want to be lonely again. And so that's why I live by the premise of, when you have the story of the perfect man and the perfect woman, it means any woman can have game ran on her because she got fucking game ran on her by a snake, but she was the perfect woman. And Adam is supposed to be the perfect man, so even the best man can fall victim to the power of the pussy, because Adam was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat the apple because my bitch ate the apple, knowing that it wasn't what she was supposed to do. But again, so and the way that women will formulate these things, and you know, it's the man's job to make sure the woman is right, and she does this, and he helps her grow. Like, but what if I don't want to deal with those issues in the first place? So I'm a bad guy for, say I go out on a date and I realize this woman is fucking cuckoo. So if I no longer want to engage in that encounter, I'm a bad guy for not trying to help her. I'm a bad guy for not wanting to help her with her issues or take care of her multiple children if I discover she has a bunch of kids that she's leaving at granny's house, or things of that nature. Again, it is what it is. We talk about a real man ain't a real man unless he takes care of me and my kids. Now, y'all know my situation. Like I said, I'm with a woman. She's a single mother. Well, I guess technically if we're cohabitating and everything else. I guess it wouldn't technically be single at that time, but before I met her, she was a single mother. Man, I saw a Jordan meme that said "fuck them kids," and I wanted to say that shit and make it my fucking my profile picture. I thought that shit was hilarious. But again, that's a choice that had to be made. Like I said, there was a lot of factors that went into that situation, because dealing with kids is something I said I would never do. But again, like I say, sometimes, things are what they are. And I think that comes from, what's the motherfucking deal, Wise? What's going down? Like I said, it comes from, and that's not saying that I haven't fucked around with chicks who had kids, but to take something really seriously, no. Another thing. Why do women think that pussy is a gift? We've all heard it, or many of us have probably experienced it. I don't know if motherfuckers, if you've been in a long-term situation and you have anniversaries, or, if you participate in Valentine's or something like that, and the bitch expects you to get her something material. Like if you came to a bitch and wrapped your dick up with a bow and say, hey, here's your Valentine's gift, she would be livid with you. You know what I'm saying? But yet she can come out in some old ass lingerie or something and be like, oh, this is for you. If I spend money on my gift, I want some money spent on my motherfucking gift. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want this recycled ass gift. I got this shit last year. Got this shit last night. So how's this a fucking gift? So how much of your boys ever come at you on a full court game of basketball fight? All them niggas almost died. That sounds about right. Oh yeah, it is what it is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's. And the thing is, it's like you got a small window. Baker Man says, once you break 25, you ain't got none of your own. You're almost guaranteed to be a stepdad. And this is true. These are facts. You have a very small window and a very small number of women in this window. Because if you find a woman between the ages of 25 and 30, you know what I'm saying? 25 and 30, then she doesn't have any children, you got to be careful. You may be lucky, but the bitch may be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, them college hoes got kids too. But if a broad is over 30 without no kids, again, she may be career oriented. She may be driven, and that's what you want to hope. But at the same time, there's going to be a moment where she's going to snap and say, oh shit, I got baby fever. And she's going to try to put you in a motherfucking window. Or once they start getting around that age, again, it's like, it's a bad situation. They try to force you into things to do that you don't want to do. Men just want sex. Women want a commitment. You're asking a whole lot more of me than I am asking you. I just want to fuck with you for a couple of minutes. You trying to fuck with me for a lifetime. You asking a whole lot. What's going on here? Then why do you say you about to be 30, I'll find someone with no kid? Wait, oh man, I'm telling you, man, I know for a fact. And the ones that are or don't, they crazy as cat shit, man. This is not a joke. Another thing, talking about that. Another thing, man, too. And that's what I'm saying. In that situation right there, let's talk about that for a second. Because, D-Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Because if you're asking a man to embrace you and your two children, you're asking a motherfucker basically to fall in love with three people, to deal with three different personalities, while you only have to deal with one. You're asking so much more of this man than he's asking of you. And then the additional situation issues that come with it. Again, the limited amount of time, you have more time with a person who doesn't have any children or a limited number of kids to actually do things. The more kids, the more money. You know what I'm saying? I say that's a lot, but I better get the baby out the deal too. That's what the problem. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And a lot of them get it out the way early, and then they be trying to get the babies out the way so they can get back to missing out on a lot of that youth that they didn't get to experience because they had kids. And so, like I say, it's always a lot of issues. It's hard to find, and maybe it could be just an American thing. Hey, little Mexican Honcho does not exist. If he's not an American citizen, it doesn't count. But again, like I say, the thing about it is, it's unfortunate because it's much harder for a man. And again, the thing is, women outnumber men, but the number of women that are, I would say, available is slim if you have a certain level of standards or certain qualifications that you want. And then we talk about qualifications. We talk about standards. If there's something about a woman you don't like and she's throwing herself at you, but you reject this woman, you're a bad guy all of a sudden. Why is that? Why is that? Why are you a bad guy if you don't want a woman's advances? And that's what I'm trying to see, man. Man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. It's a tough situation. Maybe that's why R. Kelly was doing what he's doing. Goddamn, all my fans got kids. I ain't got time for that. But here's the deal. Why the women are caring for the kids, why is that my issue? If I didn't make any of the kids, okay? If I didn't make the kids, that's not necessarily my problem, though. I didn't get her pregnant, so why do I have to be concerned with how she has these kids? And if she has multiple kids from multiple men, eventually it's somebody making a bad decision. And this is what I'm saying. Nah, I'm not. Like I say, that was my premise. Like I said, this situation, much different. Again, because like I said, I've explained, why I ended up being on the dating market. And I explained why, her situation was similar background, similar situations. Now, had this been a woman with baby daddies all around and here and there, it'd be a no-go. It would be an absolute no-go because I'm not dealing with no fucking baby daddies. Because then that's a whole nother problem. I'm be catching them old feelings for their baby daddies and shit. Why can't we? Nigga just got to tell us some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if it works on a nigga who ain't had no kids with no bitches, I can only imagine how a nigga who had kids with the motherfucker then can finesse it. You know what I mean? Got a one baby daddy. Like, yeah, I can understand. Like I say, I could give validity if it's a multiple kid, one person situation and it just went sour. And I'm not knocking on those too tough. You know what I'm saying? But it's the ones, like I say, with multiple mistakes from multiple similar situations. Those are the ones that I'm just like, how you keep fucking up like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you not decide, hey, this was the problem? It's tough being a single mom with multiple. When did you not decide to start strapping up? I mean, come on, man. I had a broad I was fucking with. Now, this motherfucker already had kids. This was just a fucking around thing. It was supposed to be, too. You got to be careful with the fucking around, too, because, women start trying to throw sneak titles on you and shit. Well, we've been fucking around for a while, so what are we? We're still fucking around. I mean, ain't nothing changed. Nothing changed on my end. Why all of a sudden the feelings? But, a chick has said something like, well, what if something happened and I got pregnant? Said I would be highly upset. Well, you wouldn't want to have a kid with me? No, I don't. Not at all. And I guess it was my mistake for being honest that she was upset. Well, no woman wants to hear that a man doesn't want to have a kid with her. Okay, well, I don't want kids, period. Like at that point in time, that was like a no thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So you want me to lie to you and have you thinking some stupid shit? Or do you want me to be honest? And that's another thing when it comes to it. Why is it that, motherfuckers will say, oh, just tell me the truth. I want to hear the truth. Be honest with me. But then when you honest, they don't want to hear that. Not a top hat. No. Kango. I'll be like the old school players. I have a kid that's not going to take the ball. But again, man, and it's so like, I'm the bad guy for being honest about it. I thought that's what women wanted. They don't want honesty. They want to be lied to. And then when you don't, really believe the lies, they have a problem with it. So it's like a catch-22 or whatever you want to call it, and that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you already got a couple of motherfucking kids and got your whole situation going on. I agree, Jared. The majority of my relationships, fuck them. But so you already got kids and got some issues going on. What the fuck? Godly women remain hope, man, boy. Let me tell you about it. That's why the preachers be getting all the motherfucking action. Praying on the pussy. But my thing is, yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. When it doesn't match up with what she wants to hear, what she thinks that she's supposed to hear, because society pushes these bullshit ass beliefs. No comment. That we push these bullshit ass beliefs, then we're the bad guys because we're not selling you the wolf tickets, because we're not selling you the dreams that you got from the fucking Disney movies and shit like that. And so again, that's not what they really want. But getting back to rejecting women, again, society's belief for a woman is that she should date up, and even if she doesn't bring anything to the table but some pussy, she deserves the most quality man in the world, the pretty womans of the world, the fucking motherfuckers who you've seen the movies where a rich motherfucker comes down, swoops down, and saves some bitch who barely making it, but that's what she deserves. Not because she's been making bad choices and decisions in life. Okay, and that's fine. If that's how it's to be, why is that? It's okay. But why is it bad when it goes the other way around? Why is it a negative? Why is that a fucking negative? Exactly. The looks gonna fade out, but again, it's a lot of motherfuckers who buy into that belief, and then they don't realize when a motherfucker only fucking with you for the looks, and then that shit fade away, and he go play on you. You mad? You can't understand why. Well, it was obvious. But again, unique. We're speaking facts in here. I don't know Sam Hill, but he sounds like a good guy. Your comments been deleted? Mm-hmm. But again, when you reject a woman, you're a bad guy. Okay. Okay, that's Tyler Perry. Oh yeah, the fucking man, that's a whole situation. Tyler Perry movies are a whole thing. We're gonna open up the line here in just a second though. I've been talking and shit. But yeah, you actually look forward to giving the right woman some beautiful stretch marks. I agree. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm sure I've been rejected, but never in a situation. So other than the story I told y'all about in the 8th grade, I can't really think of too many times I was in a serious pursuit and didn't get what I intended to achieve out of the situation. So it's not about butthurt. It's just about looking at what's going on. But again, when a man says, no, I don't really want to fool with this broad. We talked about this briefly the other day. It's been a couple of times I've had this situation encounter in college, high school. Oh, such and such, she want to talk to you, or my roommate, she likes you, or whatever else it may be. Last time I cried over a bitch, she died. That was it. So outside before that, I couldn't fucking tell you. You know what I'm saying? So that's about that. But like I say, as far as Heidi's a kid, interesting. But like I say, but then you meet this person or whatever else it is, and you're just like, you know what? And in a polite manner, you ain't even got to be rude about it. Nah, I'm cool on that. I'm not really that interested or whatever else it is. If it's not the friend telling you that you ain't shit or you bad for not liking her friend or don't want her friend, the woman tends to go off on you and spaz and gets all mad, and then she starts calling, but bitch, you just wanted to try to get at a nigga like 30 seconds ago. But when I said I was cool on that, now you spazzing and tripping. But I'm the one that that's out of there. Like I don't get it. Well, unique. I've always said there's three types of women. And when I speak on bitches, I'm not talking about ladies. I'm not talking about hoes. I'm talking about bitches. Ladies are in a class all of their own. And hoes, well, I like hoes. But bitches are a different thing. They're a different thing. Well, you can call me a bastard. I'm not going to get upset about a bastard. Scarface said if I die, my child will be a bastard. I always found it to be a very interesting word after that. But again, what's the name? Heidi said I can't call them females. I mean, but then if I say all women, then people say I'm talking about every woman. I'm not talking about every woman. I'm talking about possibly a majority of women, but I'm not talking about every woman. There are good women out there. Okay. There are very good women out there. There are ladies out there. There are some women who accept that they be hoeing and they okay with that. And again, had a good friend passed away a couple of years back, and like he said, treat them like you meet them. So if she's approaching you like a hoe, then you treat her like a hoe. If you meet her as a lady, then you treat her as a lady. But if she come off on some bitch shit, she gonna catch all these bitches and every other derogatory term that I can conjure up. But again, and that's what I say when I speak of these situations. This is what I'm talking about, because a lady, just like a gentleman, will accept. Well, what happened? Well, I'm not going to ask, but I'm gonna shoot you a message because I want to know something. But I'm being nosy. But again, and there's nothing wrong with it. I tell you, I don't love, but I like hoes. Hoes are good people. I'm telling you, hoes are some of the realest motherfuckers you will ever meet. A real hoe has no shame in her game because she enjoys how she gets down, and she gonna tell you like it is, and so some of the coolest women I know are hoes, or on the track of being reformed hoes, I guess. I don't know. But at one point, they was definitely hoeing it up and blowing it up. And they're going to keep it real with you. So, and hoes give you good game, man. Hoes will give you the real game. And again, a lot of this shit, learn from hoes. Give them your game. I've always been cool with a couple of hoes. Some of them you smash. Some of them you just kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the hoes don't like. They're gonna keep it so 100 because they so open with themselves. They're gonna be open with you in the conversation. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I say there's different types of women. Like ladies, They don't really do all of the shenanigans, or they're not outright with their shenanigans. Hoes are going to be open with you. Hoes are going to be frank with you. They're going to tell you exactly how it is. But a bitch is going to try to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? A bitch is the one who's going to try to sell you the Soulja Boy console. But she gonna pose it like it's a Xbox One X. Fuck that PlayStation shit. Yeah. Xbox gang. She gonna sell you. She gonna try to sell you that Xbox One X, but it's really that Soulja Boy console. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta know, man. I had some cousins that was some shit. They was some motherfucking hoes. Probably still is some hoes. I ain't seen them in a decade or two, but they was some motherfucking hoes. And some country hoes, goddamn. But it is what it is. Females be the least offensive word. Yeah, we are all animals. But again, so they pass up a lot of good men and pass up a lot of good women too, but we don't cry. We own that shit. Moms always have a good snack. Had to tell a grown woman, a couple of kids to back off something. She was a really well-minded person. I think we can manage a friendship. Hopefully she brings the snacks around. Man, I told y'all about the high school adventure. There was I don't know if you call her a cougar or what. Like I said, I ain't gonna put too much of her information out there, but I just knew some niggas who used to go over there and have adventures. Let's say that. And then, you know, like mother, like daughter. I ain't gonna get into all that. But I wasn't with the shit really. I went over there to kick it, but I was like, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. But when I talk about that pantry, had all the motherfucking snacks, nigga. Boy, I probably gained a couple pounds. Them niggas that going up like, let me get some of this. Let me get some of these moon pies. What is this? Star Crunch? I need this. I don't know. Heidi, you're not. You just country. I don't know. Yes, maybe the foreigner. But have I ever thrown a party on that pussy? Let's just say in my younger days, I was a party animal. Take that however you want to take it. You know, you'll be surprised how many women, hoes, or whatever you want to call them, are with the shit. It's a lot of bitches that's with the shit, but then if they think they done got exposed and they try to turn the table on the hoes, be like, oh, well, fuck it. You know, but the bitches be mad. They want to do the shit, and then and I'm not saying I'm out there exposing hoes, but you know, sometimes things happen. Not on my end, but sometimes, you know, shit happens. And you find out about motherfuckers, and next thing you know, it is what it is. I knew motherfuckers who were in relationships, you know, telling niggas to come over to their house, thinking their parents were gone, or supposed to be in relationships, and then his parents come in the house, them hoes start hollering rape on the motherfucker, you know. Like, that's a bitch. That's a bitch. Like, if I got to take my L, you got to take that L with me, because you are in the situation with me, especially if you invited me over to the house and then you talk about some motherfucking rape. Like, that shit is wild. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because when you expose shit, man, you fuck it up not only for yourself, but you fuck it up for the next nigga, man. But it be them niggas, dog, or them dudes, or those bastards. We'll use Unique's word. Those bastards who can't shut the fuck up, I guess, because they don't ever get no fucking action. They got to run tell everybody everything. And then it's that one nigga that they tell, or they call themselves confiding in a nigga, and that one nigga run back, man, I heard you let such and such, you know, do. Shit, what's up, man? You let that nigga fuck, what about me? Those are the worst niggas ever. Ever. Okay? What's that show? What's that motherfucker's name? The Blue Train, Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm telling y'all, man, I used to be on some wild shit in my younger days. High school, college. Man, you'll be surprised, man. Man, I'm telling you, I used to push it to the limit, dog. I I used to push it to the limit. Yeah, Thomas Tank Engine. I done ran a couple of trains on some hoes. You stay on your side, I stay on my side, and we don't have no problems. You want to switch? Hit the high five. You know what I'm saying? We all good. But my thing is I did some wild shit, especially when we talking about being young and dumb. There's a chick, man. I remember. I forgot. I want to say it was a Tyson fight. I don't know if it was it Tyson and Lewis? Was it Tyson and Lewis they fight? It was one of those boxes. It was a Tyson fight. It wasn't Holyfield. But I remember ended up watching the fight. We was kicking with my partner and them, and then I get a particular message. So I'm like, oh man, I got a dip. I slide out and go to this chick's house, and I'm like, well, shit, you want to ride out somewhere or whatever? And again, like I said, this is high school shit. And she's like, well, I can't leave. I'll get in trouble if I leave. So why do I get some noggin in the driveway? Like parents at home and everything. Like easily could have stepped outside and seen everything that was partaking on their property. I could have been a dead honcho. Who fucking knows? Nah, look. Hold on. It wasn't the page. It was probably a year after I retired the page. It wasn't too far away from the pager days. Nah, no DP. You stay on your side. It's got to be. There has to be a barrier in between. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a barrier. Man, dudes talk more than motherfucking me females do, honestly. Honestly, like straight up and down. Niggas be wanting to name drop. Niggas can't contain it. Man, you know, you won't even know where I was at, who I was. Man, fuck that shit, dog. I don't say shit. I'm not telling you nothing. You might hear a story, but you will never know who unless I just, really don't give a fuck, or it's just some old shenanigans. Or I know, like I say, it's been a couple of funny situations. That clamato? No, hell no. Whoop to motherfucking deal. Niggas will hate on you, though. Like, for no reason. Unnecessary shit. You know what I mean? You can't really trust niggas. You can have a couple of cool partners. And because I told y'all the story about the similar situation that me and a good friend of mine had. And he was like, you? I was leaving. He was on the way. I was like, you? He's like, you? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, man, if that's the case, shit, Whoop. That weekend, a whoop on the whoop. So... Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not. That's something I haven't understood. Man, let me open up the line here. I'm tripping. I just set everything up. I ain't even got that bitch open. Like, I think some niggas get like a kick out of that, dog. Like, I'm not tripping, man. If it ain't nothing, ain't no main issue or nothing like that. I don't give a fuck. Like, shit. Juvie said it best. You can have an old lady, but these hoes, they for everybody. And that was a motto for a while. But no, I'm not sipping on Clamato. It's some tangerine grapefruit thing. But again, like, I think niggas got a fetish for running up in or trying to run up in a broad. Like, after you, like, what do you get out of that, dog? Like, I don't give a fuck. You do what you do, but I'm not finna go chase a nigga, like, just because I know he from, man, that nigga smash, let me go smash too. Like, it's a billion hoes out here. There's several billion hoes out here. And they're procreating, so they fucking, and so go get you one. Like, I don't want the same shit another nigga that had. Now, if a nigga just fall into some shit, it is what it is. But I'm not going looking, well, I know he smashed. I want to smash too, you know. That's not my bag, dog. So, I'm cold, little J. Look, man, I'm telling y'all, man, hoes teach you a lot. Can't lie. Juvenile was a big influence on my life when I was young. I used to listen to a lot of Cash Money, a lot of Hot Boys. And Juvie just told you not to play with them hoes, man. If I'm in a room with a bitch and that hoe ain't gonna fuck like a man, I'm gonna beat my meat and get my fucking nut. I'm gonna be up out there. I'm not finna fucking I'm not finna be in here sweating this shit. Like, I'm supposed to say, I'm not taking no pussy, though. Like, you ain't with the shit. If I can't get it, motherfucking me, if I can't fucking, and I can't fucking, like I said, like Jay Dizzle said the other day, if I can't coerce you out, I can't use the conversation. Conversation rules the nation. Conversation changes the situation. If the conversation ain't good enough to get it, then I don't deserve it. Like, I'm not taking no pussy, dog. Like, it just does not make sense. I don't understand that mentality. We got far off the track of dating, but it is what it is. You know, this is the den, and this is how these conversations go. But like Dave Chappelle said, yeah, you got to take the pussy. Nah, if I ain't look, here's my deal. If I'm in a situation, one-on-one, in a private area, even if I'm not in a private area, but if I'm in a private area, one-on-one with a woman, and my goal is to win, man, look, you might as well call me the motherfucking Houston Comets. I'm going back to back to back to back. I'm finna win. I'm not finna take no L's if that's my goal. Balin, I already appreciate you following through, but I'm not taking nothing. That's just like a no-go for me, though. Like, I can't live with myself knowing I had to gorilla a hoe out some pussy. That's not the way it goes. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Oh, hold on one second. I got the wrong thing. Oh. All right, there we go. My fault. Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Already, Josh, what's the motherfucking deal, Josh? What'd you like to drop in the den this evening?
All right, man, but the double standard of dating, man, it's almost like same situation we were saying earlier, man. It's just like women don't know what they want, and really how society pretty much has laws pretty much slanted 60-40, you know, towards women and stuff like that. And about the dating and the dating stuff, man, it's almost like you almost got to get a feel for it, man. Even how I approach it, like how I really approach dating is like I try to do the strength by number strategy, which is like, well, see your bro, try to find like a Twitter and everything else so you can meet her friends and stuff like that. You can probably see how people vibing with you, and maybe you can find one that really like likes you. You can pretty much go on with that. But my problem is something like this, and this is one thing that I was fearful for. I'm fearful that I was just like, well, maybe that, you know, dude might be successful, and, you know, all of a sudden, you know, we end up having a kid of some sort because we all feel each other, or so we thought, and all of a sudden something happens, we break up, she ends up being rich along with me because, you know, I'll end up being rich already. So my thing is just like the laws are saying so women could pretty much grow and succeed more than men could possibly ever be. And I just see it getting worse and worse, man. I just really don't see an end game to this, and it's just going to be damaging down the road. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, man.
All right, Josh, man. I appreciate your call there, Josh. All right, so it's something I'm gonna kind of expand on that, what he said, and kind of make me think about it. You look at it. And we talked about envy yesterday. And you'll be surprised about a lot of these women who are envious of, and women with children, who are envious of these baller baby mamas, if you know what I mean. And so they're upset that their situation didn't allow them to, that they fuck with a nigga that wasn't rich. And they mad about it. I wish I would have fucked with a basketball player or whatever. And it's crazy, but there is a mentality of a lot of these motherfuckers. I mean, you see when these situations happen, that's the first thing women talk about. Get his money, do this and do that. Like, what are you guys mad about? Who did y'all wrong? You know what I mean? Like, who violated you and made you the way you are? I think, like I said, I've had my situations, and what I did was learn and then play the game accordingly. Okay, this is how this goes. This is how it operates. Okay, well, I'm just not going to vibe in this, man. I'm going to still get the things I want, but I'm not going to get caught up in the shenanigans and the nonsense. So, again, there are signs, there are tales. What's the motherfucking deal, Jay Dizzle? And women just have to get to a point where they accept the fucking bad decisions they make. But again, in that situation, as a man, you have to accept the bad decisions that you make. There's a lot of signs that will tell, her character. There are a lot of signs that will give you clues as to if she's one of those type of women. Oh, no, D-Love, they know better than that. I think I've expressed several times my personal preferences. And that's why I say I don't get mad at anybody who say they have a preference. I have my preferences. And my preference just so happens to be in the fucking danger zone. Because got the wind back. Again, I have a small window of the type that I like. And unfortunately, the majority of it's like the percentages are so fucked off, right? That's why I'm happy in the situation I'm in. Because you have I'm like in a minority of minorities of the type of women that I like. And then the majority of that minority is cuckoo. Like, cuckoo is batshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, Leslie Jones, see, her hair is too smooth. See, she got to get nappy before I get happy. So let me see something here. Let me see. What am I looking for? Let me see here. This. Not worried about any of that. I don't want that. No. It's more than just the no weave. But Leslie is not quite the character. Speaking of that, Leslie Jones. Here's another thing. And maybe this might be, like I said, I don't know if it's a black women only thing or not. But I see a lot of black women who get upset about black men dating interracially. And but yet when you see the script flip, they're all for it. When it's a black woman, they're all for it. And I've always wondered about that. I'm like, why is that a thing? Okay, this is what I'm looking for right here. Do-do-doot. Do-do-doot. This one here. And, yeah. That's my purse. They all creating the crazy with it, man. Look, I don't look. Give me your librarian. I don't need that crazy shit. My nerves too bad for that shit. You have a strong preference as loyal girl. But how do you know? How do you know a woman is loyal when you first meet her? Yeah, they root and cheer for that shit. What's the fucking feminist princess chick? They was all rooting for that shit. They thought every woman, black woman in the world became a princess after. Well, I'm a queen and a princess now. It's like, okay. It is what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. You can only assume. And you know what they say about assumptions. Why does this shit keep going back to this? See, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, there's that. Then that. Okay. That's all you get from that. Let me see something. Let me try this. Because I went and took Broderick's recommendation, and I went and got one of those, what do they call? The little Stream Deck thing. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So I'm still trying to figure out how it fully works. But there's some very interesting things that it can do. Let me see. I guess I need to set it up properly to work with the Den. It was tripping when I had it in the sauce, but I think I got it working a little bit. Let's try that. Let me see something. Let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. Excellent. What y'all talking about? Says the Jessie Lee Peterson girl. I'm not sure who that is. Say if she makes it, don't count. Makes the vagina's not actually 2 degrees warmer in case. I've in my past I've done a little bit of research. I have a thing. Here's the deal with me. Okay, I prefer women that are, I would say, average to in the BBW-ish area, but not too far. Okay, like smaller BBW. I could deal with smash. Not you know it is what it is. I'm a big dude. I'm a wide body person, so again, proportionate is ideal. I've never really fucked already, Anthony. Already, but I've never really fucked with a skinny broad, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I used to always think that skinny women had AIDS. Had no basis, no justification, no validation. It was just, it's something that happened when I was small that I just believed that all skinny women had AIDS. Maybe it was crackheads and dope fiends and shit like that. But shit, what y'all talking about? Fucking Houston is what, still like, well, second fattest city. I ain't going to San Antonio. They're right here at home. But like I said, but again, like I say, I just never fuck with the skinny chicks, but they always say that, and I don't know the facts about this. They say the big girls can't take it, but skinny girls can take it better. I don't know if there's any factual, because I've always been afraid, like, I'm gonna break a bitch. Like, little skinny asshole, I can't can't fucking you say the borderline you're starting to let yourself go kind of builds cool people. Yeah, that's my deal. Is like as long as it's proportionate, because what you can always say, well, you know, if she loses it, it'll still be a shape there. But like I say, just a skinny chick. I can get aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I can get aggressive. Well, that'll be the perfect term. And especially when I used to be, you know, a bit more diesel. Motherfucker be like, oh shit, I done broke a bitch for real. I'm going to jail. I don't want those problems. But the line is open. Is anybody, if you're trying to call in, let me know if it's tripping. Then I'll check it out. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Give me 1 second. Let me reboot that bitch. I don't know. That's why I say it'll be a new number for the line tomorrow. It'll be a new number for the sauce, and it'll be a new number for the den. They're actually pretty nifty, actually. So this is the rumor. You know, I don't know if that's all factual. I think it's just all different. I just think it depends on the chick, 'cause I've seen a variety of differences. So, you know. Well, I wouldn't call her skinny. She was close to it, but anyway, that's a whole different situation. Again, a lot of interesting things to discuss. Let me get back to what I was saying. Let me bring back some of this. Yeah, nobody said that the skinny girls aren't getting crushed. Nobody said anything like that. I just said it's not my particular preference. You know. And, you know, once you kind of got your thing, then it is what it is. Like I said, I like something. I got big hands. Okay. Trying to find something that I could use to reference it. But so, like I say, you know, I ain't trying to grab a bitch by the waist and be interlocking my fingers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Who's OG? You think there's a difference between right now? I don't think so. No, I don't think. I don't think there's a difference. I just think that, you know, it's just different by the individual. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm dead serious about that. Like, I don't look. I'm trying to smack something and see the wave. I'm trying to slap something, it might slap me back. Goddamn. I'm trying to see some cheeks. Make sure. Okay. Let's see if the line's still tripping. It should be back in action now. So if it's tripping, we can try it again. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to score a touchdown. Goddamn. But again, like I said, what were we talking about? We talked about the interracial thing. You know, why do women validate themselves on material possessions? You know, they talk about I'm not to be owned and I'm not to be this, and this. But then, you know, when it comes to things like marriage, it's about the ring size and, well, this isn't good enough for me. And it's a fucking ring. Like, if I got that bitch out of a fucking box of Cheerios, you should be happy about that shit because it's what it symbolizes, not the fucking, you know, shit itself. It's not like diamonds are really that rare. They sell you that shit, but it is what it is. But why do they have to spend it on women? You know, and what if in that particular situation, what if the woman makes more? Why doesn't she have to, you know, cater to the gentleman? Why if it's because who makes more and who spends more? Women spend way more than men. You can't sell me that shit. Women spend way more than men on like frivolous shit. That's why there's so many more women's clothing stores than men's clothing stores. Like, I can't name you, I don't even know 3 men's only clothing stores, but I'm sure there's probably like fucking 500 women's only stores. So, H&M for men's only? I think H&M was everybody. I thought H&M only sold fucking monkey shirts. $50 in the, you bought the whole damn store. $50 in the dollar store that's a shopping spree. Like, you gonna get everything you want. You can throw a whole fucking party with $50 fucking in the dollar store. You can go fucking supply everything you fucking need. Cause they gotta pay for these hoes. That's why they gotta fucking make enough money to buy these bitches. Goddamn. Men's Warehouse. Men's Warehouse, DXL. I'm trying to think of another one I know. That's about all I got. That's about all I got. Is that I couldn't tell you anything else. I have no idea. K&G. Okay. Yeah, that's one. I didn't think about that. So you're hearing an echo? I don't know how to help you on that one. Good grief. That's an ugly sneeze. Terrible. I've disappeared. I sneezed so hard I evaporated. I don't feel so good. But appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Scotty doesn't bark. If I was sneezing and Scotty was in here, just look at me. Oh, you're talking about Echo. Hey, I thought Echo, wasn't Echo something else? Was it EHC? I thought it was like ECCO or something, or ECKO or something. But that's, like I said, that's just a brand though. But I mean, like Echo made women's clothes. Yeah, sure. I thought they did. Yeah, Scotty just on some other shit. He just looking at a nigga like, what's going on? Yeah. Oh yeah, Scotty got like I was cleaning out a bunch of shit, and we had a bunch of old fucking pillows and some other shit that was getting rid of, and it was like this one little fucking pillow. So he likes to violate pillows and small toys. So I gave him the fucking pillow, and this motherfucker goes in on that fucking bitch. You would swear that fucking Scotty was a vicious killer. That motherfucker's the softest dog you will ever motherfucking meet. That motherfucker is not a threat to anybody but himself. Motherfucker gets scared and run into some shit. Man, why you bullshitting? Why you bullshitting? Scotty is basically a sock. That's terrible. A sock that eats too fucking much. The fucking sock stuffed within another sock. Stuffed within another sock. He said a chick claiming rape in the club. Where was that at? Let me check that out. I need to see that. I definitely want to check that out. Okay, I got another one. We're talking about the issue of dating. What if you know how women have this rule, not all of them, but they try to implement this rule, this 90-day rule, right? So what if men did that? We talked about how women value the materials and things like this. What if a man said, well, I'm not putting out for 90 days. I'm not putting out any money, any funds, any thing that would cause me to lose my self-esteem that I don't get back. How many women would stick around for that? You said it was on FB Live? Oh, word? Craziness. 99 women would stick around out of the, 3.5 billion probably on the planet? That sounds about right. Oh, word. Wow. And that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Like, yeah, you know, I'm going to go to the fucking club, basically exposing my ass and all this other shit. And then don't expect anyone to do something. You know, well, whatchamacallit, T-Tyler called in the other day talking about, you know, the hoes go to the club, they grind all on niggas and the nigga touch the motherfucking and they get mad about it. Like, you putting your dirty fucking crusty ass all on me. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You can't. You gotta deal with the low rent hoes. The upper class ones will do it too. This nigga touched me. What is going on? You can't deal with the ones that's too upper class. They think they're better than people. Not all of them. Some of them want to know what it's like being on the other side, but you have some that have either gone the other way, and then you know, they look at you a particular kind of way. But if you know you are really seeking it, you can still win. It's not really that difficult. But I don't really like playing the fucking games. I don't really like playing a bunch of games. I ain't got time for that shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's Edmund.
Edmund, how are things, Edmund?
So, I'm in a little bit of a situation currently.
All right, what do you got going on?
So, one of my friends from school, he introduced me to this longtime friend. She's like a high school friend. And so she's been, you know, we were talking, introducing to, like, just getting to know each other. And, you know, when my friend left, she started, you know, touching me, saying that, you know, how cute I am and all that. And I'm like, you know, this is kind of weird. Aren't you, like, good friends with this dude? And now you're flirting with me out of nowhere. So I don't know what that means. It's a setup, or, you know, like, what do you think is going on?
Interesting. Yeah, basically, like Beckman, has he had activities with this young lady previously? Hello.
I didn't hear their question, but I have.
Has he previously had activities with this young lady of the adult variety?
Not to my knowledge. He just said that they were good friends.
Okay.
But, you know, when he introduced me to her, like, it was pretty normal until he went to go use the restroom, and that's when she started getting, you know, a little bit flirtatious. And so I don't know if it's because maybe she doesn't want me to, she doesn't want her, I guess she doesn't want her to see me and her with, I don't know, like, it's kind of complicated. But
man, like I said earlier, if, you know, he's not staking any claim on it, he's not claiming, he hasn't, you know, identified himself as wanting to be anything serious with this chick or anything going on, I think it's fair game, you know. But again, you never know, because again, when dudes say friend, and it's been situations, I've been in, I wouldn't say like that, but similar, and you know, you end up getting the goods or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes them dudes be upset about shit like that. So I guess it depends on how much you value the friendship that you have with that friend. I don't know him, so I wouldn't know the personality. But do you think that if something was to occur between the both of you, that he would be upset with you?
To be honest, I'm not sure. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want a friendship to be ruined because of some chick. Like, I think I've seen that a lot in the past, and I don't want to fall in that trap. But at the same time, like, it's kind of tempting to say, hey, you know, don't stop being flirtatious with me, or, you know, stop touching me especially when the girl is attractive. So, but I heard, like, he told me previously that she used to be a freak back in her high school days, but she had changed during.
Very 335. That's a very important question, man. Is he asking for a loan?
Oh no, he never asked for anything.
Okay.
No, he's just a good friend of mine.
Okay.
But we have a good, you know, we don't do any financial exchanges or none of that. But
okay, I think, man, here's honestly
the only thing he told me.
What you say? Go ahead.
The only thing he told me about her was, like, in one instance where she was at a party and she found her in a room with like 3 guys.
Oh man, she hit that shit and smash and dash. That's free game. If that's the case, it's free game. He might be trying to get you to set the action up. Nah, but I mean, if that's the case, man, do what you do. I mean, that's just is what it is. And I don't think if the friendship is strong enough, he can't be mad over you fucking a freak, if that's the case.
Yeah, true, but you know, even though, like, I don't know if she has any like diseases or any of that, so I don't know if it's even worth it. Well,
you don't love her, wear a rubber. So I mean, look. I mean, that's a decision. I mean, everything is a risk, man. Like I say, you have to decide. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Would it be a good idea? Would it be a good idea to like have a threesome with my friend and her, or is that too wild?
I'm gonna be honest. Let me explain this situation to you. When it's 2 dudes and 1 chick, okay, women call that a threesome. Men call that a train. So you got to figure out what kind of stuff you into. You know, I don't know where you going with that, because like I say, a train and a threesome are different. All right. So I'm gonna let you figure that situation out. Like I said, I don't know what flavor you're into this week, but you know, I prefer the polar opposites if that's the way you're gonna go. But if you if you into that, hey, you do what you do, man. That's that's your bag, man. Like,
all right, yeah, that's a bet.
All right, Ed Man. Fucking Ed Man. I'm telling y'all gotta watch Ed Man. I'm telling y'all, he Ed Man be on some other shit, man. Yeah, a train you don't have to be on. This is true. This is also true. Yeah, they're on the way out. Man. That's what I tell you, though. You got to be careful of those. I'm just laughing because there's been some situations. There's been a couple of situations I done put some partners on, and hoes will talk bad about you, baby. If you better have the love. That's the thing about it. Like, you take the risk, because if a hoe is a hoe and she don't give a fuck, I mean, a real live hoe, she gonna air you out. I remember back back in the Gap. I don't know if Baker Man knows what I'm talking about. He probably does though. But I don't know. She didn't really start getting active until the senior year. She started wilding the fuck out. But there was a popular person, you know, in the schoolhouse. Now everybody trying to say it, ho. She was very popular. She was wild. Like, when I say when I tell y'all, you know, you say like the porn scenarios don't exist. Sometimes these things do exist. And so And so this motherfucker here, yeah, freestyle queen, you already know. This motherfucker here, dog, she was good at what she did, but she gonna talk about your motherfucking ass, and she gonna tell everybody, she ain't gonna have no shame. She gonna be like, hell yeah, I did it. You know, either it was great, she enjoyed it, or she gonna talk about you. If you if you ain't bring the work, she was gonna talk about your motherfucking ass, man. Oh man. I wouldn't say made the mistake, but I had an amigo. I put him in the door. Poor guy. He got a bad rap after that. It was no bueno. Real bad rap after that. Cause she was gonna motherfucking be, she gonna go back and tell all the broads, cause that's how the broads at school knew how they was, who they was fucking with. She gonna go give she would provide a WPR. And if you did not meet expectations, and the next day you went to school, you might survive the weekend. But the next day you had school, you would receive a WPR, and the rest of the hoes were not fucking with you. Man, that's man. That's what I'm talking about. Boy, I got a WPR, man. It was bad, dog. It was bad for that young man. So, the WPR is a whack pipe report. And so she would definitely she definitely put him out there, man. I was like, damn. Well, I guess here's the deal though. Like, if you got what you wanted out of the situation, then who cares, right? So there's that. Man, speaking of country hoes, so I know that was way back in the fucking conversation. Way back in the conversation. But country hoes are wild. Country hoes are the wildest. They already ain't got no fucking city manners. So they don't give a shit. And that's all right with me. City hoes be wildin' too. City hoes be wildin' too. So like I say, it's just hoes are hoes, man. Let's just say I like hoes. I have no problem, with hoes. If a broad acknowledges that is what she is, I have no problem with that. But yes, island hoes too, because they're already more free spirited. But when you try to play, when you are something, you try to play like you something else, then that's when it's a different conversation. I ain't gonna fuck with no mountain hoes. I guess I got to go to Colorado or some shit. No, I don't know. But yeah, faux hoes. Yes, it's a faux pas. No, man. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling to the den this evening?
It's Edmund again.
Edmund, what would you like to drop in the den this evening, Edmund?
Something I forgot to mention about, the chick I was just mentioning earlier.
Okay, what you got?
She has like some fetishes that I'd like to elaborate on.
Okay, what you go ahead, Edmund.
Like her, she didn't tell me directly, but my friend, he told me that her fetishes are like, what do you call it, BDSM, something like that. Like she likes when the guys are aggressive to her.
Mm.
And you know, when they tie her up and whip her, stuff like that.
That hoe likes to get beat up. Interesting.
Is that something that I should be, cautious of, especially with the whole rape allegation, stuff like that, or should I, since she's proven to be, she already has a video on the World Wide Web, like an amateur type of video. Is that something that I shouldn't be too concerned of, or should I still be wary of any allegations?
Nah, I say fuck it, man. Look, at this point, if that's the case, I say fuck that shit. Use a cane on that bitch. Wear a mask. Put the little fucking gag in her mouth. Make sure you go raw. I mean, shit. Just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Just fucking do it all. Throw fucking caution to the wind and have fun for once in your life. Just fuck it.
All right, I'm gonna send the video to the den. So
interesting. It's gonna be a video of fucking Heidi slapping horse nuts. Headman's next call, or the next time we have a den, you're gonna be calling. So, I got this itching sensation in my crotch. I don't know what that is. I mean, I had the BDSM chick, and I went raw, like you said, and it's a little uncomfortable. Kind of burns a little when I pee. Yeah, don't listen to me. Again, as the disclaimer says, all of these things are. This is all entertainment. Don't take me seriously. Good grief. Good fucking grief. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't want to call. We've yet to figure out why. But yeah, like I say, I agree. We were talking about the 90-day rule. The majority of women would not accept that. They want all the positives that come with it. You got to prove you're a real man. You got to do all this. And here's my thing. I'm saying these things, not saying that I'm against all of this stuff, but I'm just, these are hypothetical situations. You got to play the game to win. There's certain rules to the game. But if the rules were changed, would women accept these things? All right, I gave you power. What? Yeah. Because it is what it is. We understand how it goes. Sometimes you got to buy a bitch some McDonald's. It's like that. If you want to be really fancy, take this from the player. You want to be real fancy, take that bitch to Golden Corral. Look at this bitch. I've given you the gift of all you can eat. Now it's time for all I can beat. Let's make it happen. Shame on me. Oh no, we still trying to find out. We still trying to find out the legend of the Heidi. We've had speculation as to what was it, a 40-year-old construction worker in Iowa. I think there was an allegation of a corn husker. Now we have a 50-year-old Mexican dude. Interesting. Yeah. You got to talk about a conspiracy dead. 50 next week. Oh, okay. 49-year-old Mexican dude. 49 is the new 50. How you reporting everything from the den? Yeah, we got these motherfuckers now. Me too, motherfucker. Me too. God damn. this will work. So there's no telling. No telling what's going on. But you know what? We haven't heard from Ernest or Cushington in a couple of days. I'm thinking about it. So interesting. A 55-year-old Brazilian gigolo. Wow. For that question that was just texted in, you're gonna have to work on your breathing techniques. That's all I can give you on that one. If you're really struggling, you could do what I used to do when I was younger. Count backwards from 100. Yes, that's the question goes something like that. Something like that. So, oh man, that's always a bad time. So I say I got to step my game up here so I can get back on the reefer train. I can't lie, this fucking shit here sucks. I really don't like tobacco at all, but like I said, it's something about smoke, I guess. I have no idea. I don't know if I want to become a vapor. But yeah, I definitely miss those good old Kush dens. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I think what we'll do is whenever I do get back on it, we'll have the say for like a Saturday or something. It'll be like a Saturday night smoke session or something like that. And do that. Yeah, real cigars are cool. Like, I'll fuck one every now and then. I had a buddy that got a hold of some Cubans and some other stuff. He had fell into. He had dropped a couple of them off my way, and they're cool. Pretty cool. I don't know. Like I say, it's just like a throwaway. Because I don't even really want to just get too into it, but I mean, it is. Like, sometimes I feel like I have to be doing something in the den. Don't know why. Just, I guess maybe because it started off that way. And so I feel like I be feeling like I have to do something. Man, I saw something today. I don't know. I reposted on my main Honcho Twitter. But I think I'm going to save that conversation. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me see. Make sure I spoke on most of these things that I jotted down that I wanted to discuss. I got another one. Why don't more women take initiative? Because it can be women who are interested in you. I've had bitches tell me some shit like that, And especially like, yeah, I used to really want to fuck with you, you was fucking with such and such, and, you never really paid no attention to me, blah, blah, blah. I used to really, really like you. Bitch, why the fuck you ain't, why didn't you say something? Like, why? I wasn't paying attention for a reason, because I didn't even think you was fucking about it. You ain't talk about shit, so I wasn't paying no goddamn attention. I'm going where I can win, Man, fucking driving is not scary. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not scary. I've been driving at least since 13. You know what I'm saying? At least 13. Then I started getting permission, so. Man, driving just like a fucking video game, man. That shit is like a fucking video game. That's how I fucking learned how to drive, playing fucking video games. And just applied it to fucking real life. Mario Kart will teach you everything you need to know. You just don't have any fucking turtle shells and shit. Yeah, I'm not big on it. I mean, it's cool, but the thing about driving is you just gotta be cautious. Like, you can't just drive for yourself. You gotta drive for the people around you. You know what I mean? Defensive driving. You know, you gotta motherfucking me. And just keep your eyes on motherfuckers around you. Because I believe everybody's on drugs. I just believe everybody's either drunk, on drugs, or on the phone. And it's fucking dangerous. All right? And I'm telling you that to scare the shit out of you so you don't want to drive. Get an Uber, motherfucker. But yeah. It's cool. It's cool when you first start, but then when you have to start driving, then it's like, this shit fucking sucks. I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to go nowhere. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, fucking when a woman tells you some old bullshit like that, it's like, why? Why? You know what I'm saying? You just said you're scared of driving. I'm low-key scared, but I ain't scared. Shut your ass, your indecisive ass up. So, again, though, you know, why is that? Why is it that the man must not only take initiative, but he must also be psychic? He has to know whether or not he can or can't. And again, like I say, in this day and age of Me Too, I mean, and this is no joke. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I've heard women say that a man even speaking to a woman could be considered sexual harassment. And I went back and saw that fucking, I watched that Gillette commercial again the other day because it made me think about something. And so I watched it again just to see. And then again, like it in that part that fucking Jay Dizzle was talking about, man, that fucking shit makes me the most angry. Just watching it again. You know what I'm saying? That shit makes me the most angry. Dude, when he turned and he was about to fucking go speak. No, bro, the motherfucker didn't even do shit. He didn't say anything to her. He didn't motherfucking me even get a chance to kind of, you don't even know what the motherfucker was going to say. No, man, that's not cool, bro. Like, you should have punched the fuck out that nigga, man. Like, you should have fuck the rape, get the hate crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, I'd have been mad. Like, motherfucker, I don't know. Randomly coming out of some fucking store or what the fuck ever it was, and I'm about to go turn and no, bro, I'm gonna knock that motherfucker lights out. Like, dog, one, don't touch me. I don't fucking know you, so I can't go holler at her. But you touch me, I'm finna beat the brakes off of you. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm still gonna go get the number. Like, you just gonna be a road bump in the way. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. Say, find a funny to strive to be independent but never make them. Man, that's my thing. I gotta look the same. Man. Worse than man, I agree. If somebody says something like that, you need to be very cautious because, again, we talk about people thinking they need someone else to complete them because they don't feel complete in themselves. And that's a dangerous person to be around. Very, very dangerous. They're a danger to themselves and they're a danger to you because, you know, if I can't have you, nobody can. Die. I mean, there's people out there like that, dog. Like, it's fucking crazy. Motherfuckers are crazy, dog. Motherfuckers are crazy. But, you know, you gotta know. You just gotta say it can be difficult. Excuse me. But you just have to peep the signs, man. Again, and sometimes the only way to peep that shit is through experience. You know. Uh-oh. Heidi done powered up on the powder. She's ready to go. She's gonna be out there. How many pants per mile? Heidi out there checking, doing a gray sweatpants count. Interesting. Man. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. We were talking about the, we can continue that conversation. Yeah, she's doing all that that weird stuff. Okay. She's a Russian bot. Should have known. She's trying to influence us all. She's trying to prime us up for the next election. Funny. That's very interesting. But like I say, man, it's just dating it's an odd thing these days. You know, again, the double standard, the way people choose to date. Oh yeah, I saw that shit. That shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking hilarious. Man, it was something else I saw that was pretty funny. I'm trying to remember what it was. I saw something this morning that had me dying fucking laughing. But here's the deal. I like hoes. There's nothing wrong with being a hoe, right? We're all about this sexual liberation thing, right? If you're independent, you got to be an independent hoe. Again, it takes all the pressure off of their plate. It puts the ball in their court to make all the choices and decisions. And I mean, it is what it is. But because you got motherfuckers that like don't know how to handle that type of shit. It was a video somebody posted in the DN chat the other day, and that broad was just really going the fuck off. I don't know if nobody tried to holler at her or what, but she just like really made a big ass fucking deal about it. She could have easily got out of old buddy face, and I ain't mad at him because it's only so much disrespect you can take. They tell you being a man, don't put your hands on a woman and this and this. It's fucking. You thirsty, hydrate. It's like, bitch was like all in his face, clapping all in his face. Bitch, what the fuck, am I in concert? Like, what is going on? It's only so much that you can, yeah, exactly. I agree with that. The some of the thrill is, they say, in the chase. But look, man, I ain't running that far. Like I say, I'm more in it for the sprint. The marathon is for other shit. But the thing about it is, if you're interested and the man is interested, then why make the shit overly difficult? You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand. Like, women will find out a man has to mention, well, I'm going to make him do a dog show obstacle course just to get at me. Like, I ain't finna do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have, I ain't got time for this type of shit. Like, there are plenty of other things I'm more interested in my life than playing fucking Ring Around the Rosie or fucking chasing a motherfucking bitch. Like, that's not what's up. Like, either you with it or you not. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is, If you on some old, my heart been broke too many times, then hey, just say, you know what, I'm cool. And guess what? All right, cool. But I do understand, to be honest, I do understand where some women get it. Because like I said, there are good ladies out there. There are good women out there. Some niggas don't know how to handle playing Chick-fil-A dating app. Everybody in Chick-fil-A is always nice. Some men don't know how to handle rejection. And this is a fact. Because like we talk about this, like I said, I'm not going to put it all on the women because I've seen it quite frequently. Some dudes do not know how to handle it. They don't know how to be around where women are. They don't know how to be around women, period. That's just one of those lessons in life that they fail to get properly schooled on. And again, sometimes you be over-aggressive with it. They be over-aggressive instead of applying more finesse to the situation. And That's where I think they, they have a problem. When they said the date chicken nuggets, get the hell out of here. She can bring chicken nuggets though. Like, hey, babe, you get off work, man. Bring some of them nuggets, man. Bring me a spicy deluxe. Do you think people that work at Chick-fil-A? Oh man, some waffle fries. I was damn near gonna go to fucking Chick-fil-A just for some waffle fries today. Do you think that people who work at Chick-fil-A are that nice when they get off work? Or do you think that's just a work thing only? I don't think I've ever met anybody who's worked at Chick-fil-A. Like, do they do a background check on you? They probably check all your social media if you've ever said anything mean and shit. Nope. One time you didn't say thank you after somebody gave you some advice. Oh my God. Some waffle fry. Oh, that shit was the funniest shit. There was like 2 or 3 of those videos. That shit was fucking hilarious. What was it? Unforgivable or some shit like that. Say, bitch, you better not have no little brothers. That shit was fucking hilarious, dog. That shit was fucking funny as shit. Yeah, that shit was funny. I probably watched that fucking video 20 fucking times. There was like 3 or 4 of them hoes. I wonder whatever happened to that dude. That shit was fucking funny to the bitch. I'm gonna end up watching that shit after the fucking den. You say one of your teammates works there, he's a prick outside his work. He saved all his good energy for work. And then when he get off work, he's exhausted. So you can't be going around being that nice to people. You gotta be legit. And I've never had, again, like I say, the Chick-fil-A service so good, they messed up my order. I didn't even want to go back and complain. You know what I'm saying? Oh, word? Okay. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with the bot. This shit fucking challenge. I challenge this shit talking about I ain't accept the fight. What is this whole shit? What is this whole shit they talking about? Terrible. Terrible, terrible stuff. But man, yeah, that shit was fucking funny as shit, man. But here's the deal. We're gonna get ready to too tired from vaping his life away. And that's what I say, I mean, I don't want to be a vapor. I don't want to get into the vape style. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't see myself getting into it. You know, I'm just, like I said, I just got to meet my goals, and then after I meet my goals, fucking get back to the reefer. So I think there's that. I'm mad at this shit. Ain't give me the fucking fight. But like I say, here's the deal. We will be back at it tomorrow. Will be a new Denline, a new Den number. Like I say, if you fuck with the sauce, it'll be a new sauce number. Man, I think I've dabbed twice in my life. The first time I was completely unprepared for what took place. I don't want to do that shit. That shit is drugs. Dabs, like when you start breaking down the shit, you removing all the leafy goodness and you just talk about some fucking whack, that's drugs. All right, God damn it. If I can't roll that shit up and like that shit is fucking drugs. I got you, man. There's a couple of things I thought about. Let me formulate the proper wording for it, and I'll send you a couple ideas that I had. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Phoenix. Falling Phoenix. Yeah, man. That fucking dab shit, dog. Like, bad decision. Motherfuckers be that shit. I don't want to do that shit. I just want some. Give me the weed. Give me the plant. Let me smell it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just appreciate it. Let me bust it down. Let me wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna like that shit. I don't want to fucking go through this whole fucking chemical process of igniting the shit You know what I'm saying? Let me heat this thing up. I need a fucking torch and shit. I just want to fucking smoke the reefer. A bong is a bong, man. Okay, that's what's up, man. Well, congratulations on the promotion, man. That's what's up. That's what's happening. Shit. Get your money, man. I don't know what you're going to say before you cut the live chat. Have a good night. Well, absolutely appreciate that, Jacob. Yeah, I'll be saying I'm about to end it and then talk for like another fucking 10 minutes and shit. You know how it goes in the den. But yeah, but like I said, I'm going to get to working and twerking some things. I'm not going to twerk. But, no mixer. I'm going to spend some time tonight. I got a fucking list, man. I've been on my shit as far as improvements and things. Like I said, I had a whiteboard already, so I swapped it up with another one, a much bigger one. And so what I've been doing is just putting all my shit that I want to do to improve and shit I got to work on, and just been busting that shit down. Like, I think it's made me a lot more productive because it's in my face. And so it's just like I can't avoid, like I can't, you know, I'm just look over like I see it, and so okay, bam, I got to do this shit. Because the one I had was just kind of sitting off to the side, so I'd use it sometimes I wouldn't. Then I've come up with a color coding system, you know, to what I have to do, and you know, so I switch it up by the day. So I use different color markers. So that way, if I see something and it's an old color, it's like, man, I need to hurry up and do that shit because I done wrote some other shit on the board in different colors, and I'm like, okay, that's old shit that I still haven't done yet. Let me knock that out. Just like I'm coming up with a system to be more productive. And like I say, I want to make some shit better. Like I say, I'm gonna try some things kind of similar in the den to kind of how I did the sauce earlier today, but it'll be a little bit different. But something like that, something like that. So I'm gonna change the game up a little bit just to bring something a little bit different to the den. So, but yeah, but with that being said, I appreciate you all, and I thank you. And again, like I say, better stuff on the way, and just, you know, keeping it improving one step at a time. So again, all of you guys, and I don't think there's any gals, but all you guys have a good evening. I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all for being friends in the den. No Kenneth this evening, so I'm just going to let the random hand take us out. Y'all have a good one, man.